Hey guys, Fred and Stag here, and welcome to a Crusades for Hotseat overview and time-lapse. So, let's get into who are the players. So, playing the Kingdom of Jerusalem is Cherno Alpha. Playing the Principality of Antioch is Sheep Whisperer. Playing the Byzantine Empire is Magrio, I think. Playing Egypt is BPF. And playing the Turks is Han. So, let's begin. Alright guys, and welcome to the campaign map. So as you can see from the time-lapse, it's probably difficult to say, but the Turks and the Byzantines have won the hot seat today. Now, to give you some backstory on why the hot seat ended sort of, I would say kind of unfinished really. But essentially, the Turks brought up an army from here, and attacked this force, and completely killed the faction leader, which killed the entire Antioch faction, as they had no other family members left. And so when Antioch died, Jerusalem sort of just gave up, really. I did feel like Jerusalem could have done more and probably could have continued on, but he ultimately decided that he sort of didn't see any point into continuing. So, fair enough, he has surrendered and handed victory to Byzantium and the Turks. I can understand Jerusalem's motivations for sort of ending it off, because obviously, because it's about, I would say, a 50% chance that he could probably win this hot seat, and it's probably a lot of work to put in for essentially for a 50% chance of winning. Like, you put tons of effort into trying to win a hot seat, and then you lose it, and then you feel like you've wasted so much time. So I can understand his motivations there, definitely. But yes, let's go over some backstory. Obviously, Venice turned up. You will notice by the gold star that appears when a Horde faction spawns into the game. And they made it around this area and then died around. I think they attacked Ankara or somewhere around here, and the Turks and the Byzantines worked together and killed them. Byzantium and the Turks were at war for quite a while. Remaining at the beginning of the hot seat. I mean, they start off at war, so it's naturally that they normally go to war in the first place. But they started off at war, and after the annihilation of Egypt, Egypt didn't really accomplish that much, or I don't think they even got up to Selman, to be perfectly honest. Pretty sure they lost Dumyat was taken quite early on, and eventually, I think it's turn 9, Egypt died. So Egypt didn't really have a lot of, didn't really do much at all. And obviously Jerusalem and Antioch had allied immediately from the beginning, and the Turks and Byzantines were fighting on, and they both came to an agreement that they were to put aside the differences and fight against the greater threat of Jerusalem and Antioch. Now, this hot seat was originally going to be a free-for-all hot seat, so only one person could win this hot seat. But eventually, because of sort of how the alliances are in Crusades, you sort of ally with so Antioch and Jerusalem are natural allies, and the Turks and the Egyptians are also natural allies, and it sort of made sense. So I was being nice and just let the fact that the Byzantines and the Turks, that they could just win by being, both of them could win by being allies. I did say one rule was to wipe out at least one of the factions, so it did wipe out Antioch. Now, obviously, Antioch is meant to be dead. However, it was this turn that Antioch fell, and Han never really uploaded the turn when it happened. So that's it. So technically, Antioch's dead, but they're not. But yes, it's been a very eventful hot seat. Jerusalem did very well, I thought, and as did Antioch. Although Antioch lost pretty much most of his settlements by the Byzantine and Turkish invasion. And other than that, I thought Jerusalem did pretty well to get to this point. And yeah, the Turks lost quite a few holdings over here, although they gained Nicaea and some other territories down there. But Byzantium is pretty strong, stretching from Constantinople. Ignore the sort of border gap here, but stretching from Constantinople all the way up to Tbilisi or Georgia. So the Byzantines did quite well, and obviously the Turks obviously start off down in this area down here, and they sort of spread it out and took a bunch of settlements in the north and southern areas, such as the camp lands, such as the Beni Khalid camp and the Hilal camp and so on. So the Turks grabbed a lot of territory in this area and really. And for some reason, I almost saw like the Mongols in the horde of the Turks to the east. I just thought Mongols. It just reminded me of them, but obviously not. But yeah, I love the way the Byzantium and the Turks sort of boxed in Jerusalem, kind of like got territories up here and then down here. I'm looking at the mini map, by the way. I don't know, it's quite small, so people might just think I'm talking about this and not this. But yes, that is what happened. The Turks sort of sandwiched them, kind of. And yeah. But yeah, hands down, well done to Han and Magrio. You did a fantastic job. And quite a good thing, sort of putting apart your differences with when you previously started off at war with one another. And then sort of decide, okay, we need to stop this war, otherwise we're going to die. That's something I quite admire. Other nations that previously sort of hated one another and sort of just putting aside the differences and fighting together against a greater threat. And they did well, and because of that alliance and ceasefire, that won them the hot seat probably. Had it just stayed a free-for-all, I think either Byzantium or the Turks would have come out on top, and then probably because the Byzantium and the Turks would still be fighting, Jerusalem would probably win, and Antioch probably would still be alive. I'd imagine that the Jerusalem probably would have claimed victory. Antioch maybe I may have made an exception and made Antioch an ally, but that obviously hasn't happened. But anyway, let's come out of Toggle Foe and we'll take a greater look onto the factions. So as you can see, the Turks sort of held territory here, and nice little stretch of land going up here and up here. What else is that? Obviously, there's a spy over here actually. There's an assassin over here. I don't know why he's so far away from everyone else. He might have been dropped off by a ship. Nope, they've got a port mission. That's it. Obviously, they hold all these regions to the east, so they're pretty damn big. Got a lot of cav. Oh yeah, it's obviously, yeah, I should say this hot seat is a manual resolve, by the way. I should probably really mention that in hot seat and just to let people know the difference. Essentially, what manual resolve is and what is different to auto resolve. Essentially, with manual resolve, you can fight a battle against players, But in auto-resolve Hotseat, you can only click automatically, you can only auto-resolve. So you can only auto-resolve a battle in that Hotseat. And I do prefer auto-resolve Hotseats because I feel in some cases they can be fair to players and don't... It doesn't, because one of the ways that this cavalry unit took out that Antioch army up there was because he sort of probably cheesed the battle in manual resolve. And I'll try and demonstrate. I might miss the army completely, but there you go. So obviously this army would, in a normal Total War game, when you don't cheese the game, this army would just be destroyed by this. But when you play a manual resolve battle, if you cheese the game, there's a massive. Obviously, I can't really explain how to cheese, because I haven't done it personally. But you can cheese the game and make the you essentially just do a lot of micromanaging, and that will essentially win you the battle. But that's more difference between manual and auto-resolve Hotseats. I will be doing more auto-resolve Hotseats because I personally enjoy hosting and admin them more than I do manual resolve Hotseats. But that's just a personal preference of mine, and it's sort of just something I may make it randomly, like I might decide to do like a manual Hotseat for the sake of it. But I'll mainly be sticking to auto-resolve Hotseats. Looking at the family tree, oh my god, quite a few people died. Oh wow, I did not expect this many people dead. Holy shit. Yeah, 4 generals remain. Holy crap. Right. I'm going to assume a lot of these generals died in the 1236. I'm assuming quite a few of these generals probably died during the battle with Jerusalem and Antioch. And quite a few more died in the war against Byzantium. Probably in this era, I'd imagine. Right, where to begin? This guy's still alive. In al-Adin is up here. It's not a bad general. Is he a night fighter by any chance? No. Yes, he is. He's here. Right, okay. So, the faction leader died in battle in 1236. His firstborn son also died in battle in 1182. That was before... Yeah, that was probably the war in the Byzantium War. And then we have... Tutush Adadin, that's fine enough. That's a name of a player actually, and not in this Hotseat, but in other Hotseats. Tutush the Mad, he's been a few Hotseat videos before actually. Tezcan of Tabriz died in battle, and this guy also died in battle. Obviously, Tutush, I believe, is a Turkish name, and probably is in other countries, I'd imagine. This guy died in battle in 1182. Oh, yeah, somebody else died in 1182. Yeah. Over here, died in battle, assassinated. Oh, that's different. Executed, that's interesting. Yeah, in Manner Resolve, it's probably safe to say that a lot more people will die in battles, because you can have tiny little cavalry armies that will attack an army and try to kill the general and then just win the battle, which happens. I've got a few more kids here, but who cares? Right, moving down here, we got... Yeah, he died in battle. Then another one, Sultan Jalal, died in battle not too long ago, actually. His son, or adopted son probably, died in battle in 1242, 2 years ago. One got assassinated, another one got assassinated, another one got assassinated. Died in battle, assassinated, died in battle, and assassinated again. And then moving on to Sultan Jambulat, who's here, and then his son, adopted son, Crown Prince Khalil, I think. So yeah, that goes to show you that, because even though the Turks won, and probably Byzantium too, that Jerusalem still put up one hell of a fight, and Antioch as well. Although I'm mainly saying that about Jerusalem because Jerusalem's a bigger power, I suppose. But I still think Antioch did a lot of work. I'm pretty sure Jerusalem did a lot more. I could be completely wrong, and if so, I'm very sorry. But I'm pretty sure Jerusalem did a lot more. But anyway, that's the Turks, all powerful. Move on to the next turn of Antioch, and as you can see, this is all remains. So I'm going to assume now that the family tree is utterly ripped apart. Yep. Okay, so there's 2 generals left. Okay, so let's go to the beginning. Prince Mohammed Behemoth the Crusader died in battle in 1206, 40 years ago. His firstborn son, Reynald, died in battle quite a few years ago. His other son, Guy, died in battle. Keep in mind that these are adoptions, by the way. Constance Debris married this guy who also died in battle 6 years ago. You'll notice, actually, because you may have noticed it was like 1244 when we ended the turn. And what it does is, because of how hot seats work, it's weird, but essentially, like, you end the turn normally and it goes to the next player, but time still passes. Like, it still passes, like, one turn, and then, obviously, it's 2 turns per year in this. So essentially, it's been like 2 years since the last turn, which is sort of odd, I guess, but yeah, it doesn't really make any sense in hot seats, but I can't, there's no way of fixing that. I've tried to, the only way you can, like, fix it is if you go into the campaign script and edit and put in the script that puts in, basically changes the turns per year, but even then, it will only work for single player, it doesn't really work for hot seats, so time will still pass pretty ludicrously, and there's nothing much I can do about that, I'm afraid, so, yeah. I mean, the best thing I can do is put up to, like, 12 turns per year, and that way, even in hot seats, your generals and stuff won't, like, age. I mean, they won't age as much because the hot seats are a lot quicker, and obviously turns are a lot more spread out. So you make use of these faction leaders that are sometimes like 50, 60 because they have ages to live, depending on the length of the hot seat. Anyway, this guy got executed, and this also got executed as well, and yeah. Jacques Delac died in battle. And then we have Reynald, we mentioned him. His daughter's married, or Martin Xavier, is married to Regent Raymond, who's the faction heir, who's not very loyal at all. His other son, / adopted son, it's hard to sort of find, because they're dead. But yeah, Roulette Coeur died in battle. And then his other 2 sons died in battle, and died in battle once again. And the current faction leader, who's still alive, is Prince Scorchia. I'm thinking, I just said earlier that this guy died as well as... Wait. Oh, wait, they're in the same army.
Where shall we strike?
That makes sense. I thought one of them was like in a settlement somewhere, and I was going to say, how the hell did they die? But if they're in the same army, that makes sense. But that's Antioch, really. Haven't really got some got a great cross. That's going to save you. And that's mainly it, really. There's not really much else there with Antioch. They've pretty much lost a lot. Oh, there's an army here with a pretty decent force. Yeah, these guys are really good. Shame they weren't on the front lines. But anyway, that's Antioch. Moving on to Jerusalem. Yeah, well, go away. Oh, what happened? Oh, someone died. The bishop, okay. Assassination mission, whatever. Okay, right. Okay, he died before the game start. Okay, so fuck me, look at the family tree, the size of this. It goes to show how adoptions just absolutely exceed the size of a normal family tree. Okay, alright, okay. So, King Bald the Cunning died in battle quite a few years ago. Yeah, about 40 years, roughly, 42 years, no, 32 years ago. His other son died in battle. One got assassinated, then moved back over here. Died in battle, assassinated, died in battle, assassinated, died in battle, assassinated, assassinated, assassinated. What is this, Assassin's Creed? Right, okay, then over here, we've got daughter. Ralph of Abington, wow, he's a pretty good general. We've got Holy Lance, Chad. Executed, died in battle, Christ. All his sons are dead. Assassinated, died in battle, died in battle, died in battle. And he's got a couple people, Simon of Buckingham, Durham, Richard of Durham, Bucknell, Gillis Wood. Another one died in battle. Number 2 here, also died in battle. Over on this side of the family tree, died in battle, assassinated, died in battle, died in battle, died in battle, died in battle, and died in battle again. Okay, so Prince Hugh, Night Fighter, Nigel Jenkins, Bassett, Payne, another one died in battle, and the faction leader, King Guy the Cunning, who No, I wonder if he had like the Holy Cross, or no, not Holy Cross. The Holy Grail. Yeah, it's King Guy the Cunning. Lost quite a few generals. Still got 12 left, so he's alright there. But you're probably wondering, why is there so many generals dying so quickly? And a lot of the generals tend to get killed by the players, of course, or you end up getting them killed in cavalry charges, because you know how dodgy it is with like sending generals in to do some charges and then they die. It's happened to me so many times. But yeah, that's Jerusalem. They obviously see a massive empire stretching all the way from Siwa all the way up to Sebastia. So wow. So yeah, they have a lot of stuff. Got quite a fleet here as war galleys. That's interesting. But yeah, that's mainly Jerusalem. And you can see a lot of merchants. Legend of Total War will be very proud. But yeah, King Guy the Cunning, from the looks of it. Oh no, I think he got defeated actually. No, he didn't. But King Guy the Cunning, I think, was planning to go for an attack on the Beni Hilal camp, which he probably would have taken relatively easily, I'm thinking. But no, that camp isn't that. These mountain sergeants aren't really that great. But it looks like Guy was going for the master flank. I would be very proud of that. But that's Jerusalem. On to Byzantium, or the Byzantines. And fucking hell. How the hell did Byzantium win this? How did the Turks and Byzantium pull this off? There's hardly any generals left. My goodness. Alright, okay. Right. Let's have a look at the Empire. So yeah, Constantinople still hold. I think yeah, the Turks take it. I can't remember. That might be another hot seat, but I don't think it did. Got a fire ship. I love fire ships, especially in games such as Attila, where you can actually play a naval battle and make use of a fire ship. But anyway, this is Byzantium, and
would you believe I'm just laying low?
What the fuck are you doing? if I'm not unfamiliar, but from what I can see, this guy's trying to cheat a bit and do an agent stopping, which is strictly illegal. So yeah. Again, if anyone you know that tries to agent stomp and doesning like a assassination thing, then I'm pretty sure then just report it to me and I'll just make the player redo his entire turn and teleport any armies he had or disband his entire army, because that is not allowed. And yeah, and it looks like he's trying to try it here as well. And yeah, he will have just done it this turn. So Magrio, I'm gonna be keeping an eye on you from now on. If you're gonna fucking cheat and break the rules, your points will be neutered and your faction. Yeah, at least you're gonna do it here as well. Wow. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. This is yeah. So this is what happens when players cheat. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just someone, because I can't check all the time when I'm admin, because I have like loads of hotseats to admin. So when you see someone cheat try and pull that off, just report it to me and I'll make sure the player is well and truly fined. Do I even have? Yeah, well and truly fined. Okay, it's already in debt anyway, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, don't do that, Magrio, because I will fucking fine you out next time. Because now I've seen you've tried. Now I know you've done it. You're gonna be kept a strong eye on now. That makes no sense. But I'm just gonna keep my eye on you, you little shit. Well, anyway, back to the family tree. I have little to no tolerance for cheaters, by the way, or anyone that breaks the rules. If you break the rules, don't join another hot seat in any of my hot seats. Just go away. Anyway, Emperor Manuel died in battle, died peacefully. Another one died in battle, and one got assassinated. Anna Komnenos. Didn't she write a book or something? I think it's Alexiad or something like that. I don't know. But assassinated, died in battle. And the Emperor Nicolaus is still alive, the killer apparently. And a bunch of other ones who died in battle, assassinated, died in battle, assassinated, executed, and so on. Executed, assassinated, died in battle is just essentially what the fates of these men. It's got a son, and the Ketis a raffle, a few other generals around. And looking down, that's another load of people died in battle. And this other guy died in battle as well. And yeah, that was it. I won't like go ahead and neuter like his points for like cheating, but I just next time, if he wins a hot seat next time, then I'm gonna neuter the shit out of his points. It's give him like 3 points as opposed to his teammate or yeah. But yeah, I despise people who break the rules. I absolutely despise them. But anyway, I won't go on another tangent. I was told off for doing it last time by a friend of mine who watched the previous hot seat video. But keep in mind, don't pull off any cheating, and this goes for any player, because you will be found out eventually. He's been lucky he hasn't been found at this time. And the main reason he hasn't been found out is because no one's reported it. And if you find out that you think someone's cheating, report it. Because if you don't report it, there's a good chance I'm not going to notice it and won't take any further action or further interest in it if I think the player's fine. But if you think someone's cheating, just let me know and I will deal with it properly. But I'm not always going to be able to check whenever someone's cheating or not. I can't go through every single turn on every single one of my hot seat for every single faction that's come through. That would just take me so damn long. And I know for a fact that a lot of admins don't do that because it just takes way too long. But yeah, do report it if it happens, if you think someone's cheating. Don't be afraid, just fucking tell me and I will deal with it. But yes, that is pretty much it. We can go toggle phone now. And yeah. But yeah, a very fun hot seat. The next hot seat replacing this will be the Crusades 5 hot seat. I will actually be now going ahead and giving my hot seats actual names. Before, I was sort of just giving a hot seat called like the Crusades 4 hot seat. This is what it's called now. Like the Crusades 3, Crusades 2, Crusades 1, Britannia 2, Britannia 1, so on. And I'm going to give like the hot seats actual like names alongside it. So it's still going to be like the Crusades hot seat, but it's going to be like it's going to have the third Crusade, like the third Crusade hot seat next to it instead of normal Crusader hot seat. But yeah, the next hot seat will be a Crusades 5, and it will be a edited deathstrap folder file. Sorry, not folder. An edited deathstrap file for which essentially recreates the third Crusade in the Crusades hot seat, which is something I'm really looking forward to showing to doing for hot seat. I think that'd be nice. I think that'd be really fun. So I like to do hot seats that don't repeat themselves. Like I don't want to like do, because we've done it a lot of the Crusades hot seats where we've had what 4 hot seats now of the Crusades hot seat that have pretty much repeated itself. I mean, the first hot seat was different, but with like a deathstrap, like a mod that added in a bunch of random European factions. But none of those factions really like worked properly because they just were so small they couldn't do anything. But yeah, anyway. But yeah, we've had 3 other hot seats that have been pretty much just the vanilla Crusades, and that's it. And I feel like I'm going to start spicing my hot seats up and adding something new to them, rather than just repeating the same hot seat with the same stuff over and over again. If it's got some changes to the deathstrap file, then perhaps I'll do something differently. But next is the Crusades 5 hot seat, which will also be a team hot seat as well. And you'll see more on that when the time comes. But I would say when the time comes, because I've pretty much got full reservations up now for the hot seat. So essentially, the hot seat will start probably whenever I finish, whenever this video is done. And whenever I upload this video, or probably before that. Yeah, to be fair, I'll probably just start it like the day I'm recording this. It's currently Wednesday I'm recording this. And the video will probably just go up. The hot seat will go up today. And the video will go up on Saturday. So by the time you're watching this, the third Crusade hot seat is well underway, I'd imagine. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all in the next video. Farewell.